G'day good people, how you doing? Dave here, thanks for clicking on my video. For something different, I'm filming the intro to this video from home. So, welcome to the Dave Cave. I'm filming the intro somewhere different because this video is going to be a lot different to the normal videos I produce, which are based on my retirement here in Thailand. This video is actually going to be about my journey of my first 12 months on YouTube. The aim of this video is to hopefully be able to help out people that are like brand new vloggers, brand new to YouTube. I'm going to talk about the things that I've learned on my, 12 months ago, I was brand new to YouTube. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've learned over the last 12 months. And I'll give some advice. By no means is it expert advice. So if you're thinking of starting a brand new YouTube channel and you are a brand new vlogger, then this video might be of some benefit to you. I'll start off by talking about my very first YouTube video that I uploaded 12 months ago. I'll talk about the topic of the video, so it'll serve as a bit of an introduction, because I think this video, well, I'm hoping that this video will attract a new audience, like not only Thailand-based people, but I'm hoping it'll attract people that are new to YouTube and new to vlogging. We'll see. Maybe it'll perform well, maybe it won't, but it doesn't matter. As long as I enjoy making it, which I will enjoy making it because I am passionate about learning all I can about YouTube and creating videos. So it is a video that I want to make. It's something that I'm interested in and something that I'm passionate about. And if you are new here, if this is your first time here, then welcome to my crazy little corner of YouTube. And I'll also talk about a topic that everyone's interested in: money. How much money I've made on YouTube after being monetized for just on 3 months. So this video is going to be some tips and advice from the perspective of a brand new YouTuber vlogger, which is what I am. I've only been doing this for 12 months, but I have learned a lot over that 12 months, and I'm hoping that I've got some good advice and some tips from a beginner's perspective. If you've been on YouTube for many, many years and you're an absolute expert, then well, you're likely not going to get any benefit out of this. But if you are a very experienced YouTuber, vlogger, then please do give me whatever tips and advice you may have down below in the comments. That'd be fantastic. That'd be great. And as usual, I'm going to head off outdoors to film the rest of this video. I'm going to head off to a temple alongside a beautiful canal to film the rest of this video. Now, it's probably going to be a pretty long video, so go get yourself a drink, sit back, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy the video. I'll see you out at the canal and I'll talk about my YouTube journey so far. Enjoy. So it's been a year since I uploaded my first video on YouTube, and that video is called My Epic Journey, Selling Everything, Moving to Thailand. It documents my decision to sell up everything in Australia and to move to Thailand. It follows that journey from making the decision to move right up to the point of arriving in Bangkok in the wonderful kingdom of Thailand. I am so glad that I made that video, because now I can relive the most exciting moment of my life. It's full of fantastic memories, but there's two main standout memories that bring back all the emotion of that fantastic day. The first moment that brings back all the emotion and the excitement flooding back into my mind is when I left Adelaide, when I boarded that flight to leave Adelaide. It was just a fantastic moment. Man, have I been looking forward to this. Yes, time to get out of here. Getting off this rock. Thailand, here I come.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Got me over this way, please.
Thank you. Thank you. 12A.
Yes, it's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
The juice, oranges?
Orange juice, please. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye, Adelaide. And the other really big moment was obviously when the flight was descending into Bangkok. The intense excitement and anticipation of finally being on a one-way flight about to land in the beautiful kingdom of Thailand to be with my beautiful wife Noi. It was just an amazing, undescribable feeling. It was the most exciting time of my life and the happiest day of my life.
Well, this is it. I'm on board SQ706 from Singapore to Bangkok, my new home. Can't wait. Just about to land in Bangkok. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Awesome. Can't wait to see Noi. Hello Thailand. Hello Bangkok. Touchdown. Thailand Airport, Bangkok, my new home. Noi, I cannot wait to see you very soon. Yes! Oh, this is it. I have arrived in Bangkok. Travelling from Suvarnabhumi Airport to home in a Mercedes, no less. Okay, I've arrived home. The arrival home didn't go to plan. Noi didn't even know I was here, but anyway. You'll kill me if I don't introduce you to her, so here she is. Here's my lovely wife, Noi.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone.
I am so glad that I captured on film the best decision that I have ever made being put into action. I am so glad that I got that on film. And all those emotions come flooding back through my mind every time I re-watch that video. Although to a lesser extent, obviously, but it's just really nice to re-watch that video every now and then. And that first video was my second best performing video so far, with 5.6 thousand views. Now, that's not a great deal of views really, but for a small channel, for me, it was huge. Usually the very first video on a brand new YouTube channel basically gets no views, maybe 100 or a couple of hundred views. But for some reason, this one performed well. I'm just lucky, I suppose. And I actually had a viral video 6 months ago, and that video got my channel monetized a lot faster than I expected, but I'll talk more about that later. My decision to start up a YouTube channel was made at the same time as I made the decision to sell up in Australia. So I decided to document on video some of the process of selling up, packing up, and making the move to Thailand. It follows some of the business class flight on Singapore Airlines to Singapore, where I stayed overnight at the best airport hotel in the world, the Crown Plaza Hotel. So yeah, I spoiled myself as a bit of a retirement gift. And finally, it covers my arrival in Thailand at Suvarnabhumi Airport and the taxi ride home. I edited that first video and uploaded that first video 3 weeks after I arrived in Thailand. In my first year on YouTube and my first year of living in Thailand, I've made 38 videos, and this video being my 39th video. I started the channel as a hobby. Everyone needs a hobby, especially in retirement and especially here in Thailand. And the channel's performed a lot better than I expected it would. When I decided to start a YouTube channel, I had absolutely zero, zilch, nada experience in video production whatsoever. Like I didn't even know how to make a basic cut in a video. So I watched countless hours of videos on YouTube on how to produce videos for YouTube. I had to learn from absolute scratch. I had absolutely no clue whatsoever. I was as green as they come. I was a complete, total clueless newbie. If you'd have told me 2 years ago that I'd have a YouTube channel, I would have rolled on the floor in fits of laughter, because I'm an introvert by nature. And just the inkling of a thought of making a video for the world to see would have put a shiver down my spine. But it's good to push yourself out of your comfort zone every now and then. It's healthy, it helps you grow as a person. And just as I was starting the channel, it felt more like a really, really big shove out of my comfort zone and into a pit full of angry, hungry, rabid dogs. But hey, I'm still here, still alive to tell the story. But in reality, after uploading that first video, it was nowhere near as nerve-wracking as I thought it'd be. And over the last 12 months, I've become more confident and I feel more comfortable with being on camera. But the weirdest part about it to start with in the first few videos was editing and seeing myself on the screen and being self-conscious about the way I sounded and the way I looked. But now I don't give it a second thought. Now I'm just editing a video of some dude waffling on about how good retirement in Thailand has been for me. My advice for people wanting to start a new YouTube channel is to practice being on camera. Set up the camera, turn it on, hit the record button and talk. Like, you know, you need to have a bit of an idea of what you want to talk about, but just set the camera up, hit the record button, look into the lens and talk. And then like edit the video, practice editing it and just get comfortable and get used to seeing yourself on the screen. Like for me, that was the weirdest part of it. You know, no one's gonna see the video. You're not gonna upload it onto YouTube for the world to see. It's just to practice, just to get used to seeing your own face on the screen. Yeah, just practice doing that for a while until you feel reasonably comfortable. I mean, to start with, you're not gonna feel totally comfortable. Well, I didn't anyway. You may be different. You may be a very, very confident, extroverted person. I don't know. But for me, that's what I did and it seemed to work for me. So yeah, just film yourself, get used to seeing yourself on the screen and you practice your editing while you're doing it until you feel comfortable enough to start filming an actual real YouTube video. And when you do actually start to record that first video, you'll likely have an idea of what you want the video to be about and you probably have a script written out. If not, then write down your ideas and like maybe write a script or a bullet point, look into the camera lens and hit the start button and start talking. But be sure to look into the actual camera lens like I'm doing now. I'm looking straight into the lens, looking straight at you. But if you're looking at the screen and you're talking, it's, you know, you're talking like I'm talking directly to you, but I'm looking at the screen, looking at myself. It looks like I'm talking directly to you, but looking at the person right beside you, and it's distracting. There's a distracting disconnect there. So yeah, make sure you're looking at the lens when you're looking at the camera, not at the screen next to the camera. And it is okay to look away from the camera like this every now and then. You don't want to be looking at the camera most of the time, but you know, it's okay to look around every now and then when you're talking a lot, particularly when you're walking and vlogging, because you need to see where you're going. You don't want to run into things or fall over things or run into people. But yeah, when you're looking at the camera, look directly into the lens and not looking at yourself on the screen because of that disconnect. You don't want that. You want to be as engaging as you possibly can. I find that using bullet points helps. Just memorizing every sentence, or better still, obviously memorizing each paragraph, and you don't have to say it word for word as long as you get the basic idea across, the point across. I find doing it that way, it comes across more natural. It sounds and looks more natural. Now the first few times you try, you are gonna feel, look and sound a bit awkward, but don't worry about it. It gets better over time. It gets easier over time. Just don't worry about it. Just carry on. Doesn't matter what other people think. Really, it just doesn't. It just comes across more natural if you try and memorize the whole paragraph, like short paragraph. Yeah, just, you know, as long as it's approximately close to what it is you want to get across, then that's fine. Sometimes when I'm super focused and I've got a really good grasp of the point that I want to get across, all I need to do is just have a quick glance at the bullet point list to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. But just figure out what works best for you. I mean, what I've just said now is what seems to work best for me. So yeah, just work it out and go with whatever works for you. We're all different. Now, onto audio. Having good audio is of paramount importance. There is nothing more off-putting than bad audio, like distracting audio that you know, if you can't hear what the person's saying properly, then you know, if it's distracting and annoying, they're just going to click off the video. Simple as that. The number one piece of equipment that I recommend you buy is a half decent external microphone. You don't need to buy the latest, greatest, most expensive, top of the range external microphone. You just need a half decent microphone, whether it be a shotgun microphone that you attach to your camera, or whether it be a wireless microphone like the one I've got on my shirt now. But I would highly recommend that you get yourself a half decent external microphone. Forget about spending money on the best, most expensive camera you can find, because if you're new to videography, you're not going to have a clue of how to use most of the features on the camera anyway. Just, you know, use your phone, or, you know, an action camera or something. That's all you need. That's all you need. You know, later on down the track, you can go out and buy yourself a better quality camera if you like, but you don't need it to start with. I started out with a GoPro Hero 10, I think it is, and my phone, but my phone overheats all the time, and so did my GoPro. So I ended up buying a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which has been absolutely fantastic, and I'm using that camera right now. It's been a game changer. It's really, really good, and I bought the Creator combo. It came with a DJI Mic 2, which I'm using now, which has been absolutely fantastic to use. It's so simple. You just turn it on and it automatically pairs up, and boom, away you go. And it also came with the extended battery handle, and you know, I can film all day and not have to worry about running out of battery. But you don't need that to start with. Just your phone and maybe an action camera to start with. I wouldn't recommend a GoPro. The problems I've had with my GoPro overheating and just freezing up and just being a general pain in the backside. The next camera I buy eventually will likely be a DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, I think they're called. Yeah, I've heard really good things about the Action 5, and after using this Pocket 3, I'm convinced that DJI is the way to go for vlogging. Now, the biggest mistake I've made on YouTube was actually with audio, but it wasn't anything to do with my microphone, with my external microphone. It was to do with the audio levels of background music. In one particular video, and it was actually the video that went viral, I had a few comments saying that the audio levels are too high, and some people were saying scrap the audio altogether when you're speaking. But I'm not going to do that, because music can sometimes add to the emotion of what it is you're talking about. It wasn't bad enough to affect the performance of it because it went viral, but it was off-putting enough for some people to leave a comment about the background music audio levels being too loud. But when I was editing that video, in fact all of my videos up to that point, I'd use the inbuilt speakers on my laptop for monitoring the audio, and it sounded fine on the laptop. And then when I got those comments about the audio levels of my background music, most people watch YouTube on their phone, so I got my phone out and I watched it on my phone, and yeah, it was a bit loud and it was a bit distracting. So now what I do, I'm still struggling a little bit with that issue now with the audio levels of background music. But what I do now is I use headphones to monitor the audio, which I should have done to start with, I should have known. But that's better, but it's still not right. Like when I watch back on my phone, sometimes the audio levels are a little bit on the loud side. So it's far better to have the background music audio levels a little bit too low rather than too loud. Otherwise it's distracting and people will just click off the video. And I am thankful for those comments that I received about the audio. Otherwise I wouldn't have ever, I probably would have never have thought to check on my phone about the audio levels. So for those people, thank you very much for your comment. And one other thing I've learned over the past 12 months is the importance of having a plan. If you go out and start vlogging without a plan or with very little plan, you're going to end up with hours of footage and it's going to be an absolute nightmare when it comes to editing. And you're likely going to end up with a rubbish video after that nightmare marathon editing session. I'm just going to blurt it out. Your first few videos are going to suck. Simple as that. Or at least some section of your first few videos are going to suck. Some of mine still do suck. In fact, I had a comment a few months ago now. I had a comment from a guy. He said that I suck and all my videos suck. But that guy who said that all my videos suck must have watched all of my videos or watched a few of my videos in order to form that opinion. Well, to that person, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching my videos and supporting my channel. Yeah. They're out there, man. They walk among us. And while I'm on the topic of comments, you're going to need to develop a bit of a thick skin sometimes. There are the odd few nasty people out there, but on the whole, like the comments on my channel and my videos have been fantastic. They've been really positive and supportive and sometimes inspiring. But I highly recommend that you set up the comment section so that all the comments need to be approved by you before they're published. I've had the odd few negative, nasty comments from jealous people that like nothing better than to see other people fail. They are deranged, sad, small-minded little people with zero self-esteem that want to see you fail because it makes them feel better about not having the balls to be able to push themselves out of their little cotton wool cocoon comfort zone and risk failure. They're scared of failure. They're like frightened little children. Just forget about those pathetic little idiots and don't let them get the better of you. Just don't approve the comment, delete it, block them, ban them, and move on. Don't worry about them. They're just sickos that like to see people fail because of their own inadequacies. And here's a quick life lesson for you that I've learned. Failure isn't really a failure. It's learning. If you fail and you learn from that failure, it's not a failure. It's a lesson learned. Every success, or at least the vast majority of successes, have had prior failures. For example, do you think every entrepreneur, billionaire businessman hasn't had failures? Of course they've had failures, and some monumental failures at that. Everyone has failures in life. It's part of life. As long as you learn from those failures, it's not really a failure. It's learning. It's growth. It's self-growth. But on the whole, flies. But on the whole, I think my videos are improving, or at least I like to think they're improving. I don't make super flashy, intricately edited videos. I'm just a basic YouTube vlogger. It is nice to add a little bit of flavour and a little bit of, a little bit of spice here and there, but nothing too extravagant. It just takes up too much time in the editing process. maybe as my editing skills get better, I might start applying more polish and more flash in my videos. But that'll likely be a couple of years into the future. Like, editing is an art to learn all unto itself. One thing that has improved for sure is my workflow. My first, half a dozen maybe videos, it would take me about a week to edit. Like from the planning process to writing out the idea and filming the video and then editing the video, it took me about a week to make a 20 or 30 minute video. It's the editing workflow that was my killer. But I've worked on that and I am getting better at that now. And now, providing I've done my planning properly, I can knock out a 20 or 30 minute video in just over a day. My goal is to get it down to 8 hours. From the planning through to editing and uploading, 8 hours. That's my goal. Maybe it's a bit ambitious, but I'll give it a go. And another thing that's improved over the last 12 months is my confidence on camera. I'm now much more comfortable on camera, and when it comes to editing a video, I just don't care. I'm just a person waffling on the screen. If you're starting out on YouTube, and you're likely not going to be confident on camera, but that will come in time. Don't worry about it. Like I said before, your first few videos are going to suck. Just persist with it. Upload them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what other people think. Your on-camera presence and confidence will come over time. But having said that, when it comes to vlogging in a busy public place, I still do feel a bit cringy. I've got to be in the right mood. But if I'm super focused on the point that I'm trying to get across, then I'm okay. I'm not too bad. I've got to have my I don't give a shit mode firmly activated. It all comes down to my mood at the time when I'm filming in a busy public place. Mostly I like to film my videos in nice quiet temples such as this, or in a nice quiet park, or out in the middle of a rice field somewhere. I just prefer it where it's quiet and there's no distractions and I can focus easily, and it's just more peaceful. It's just more relaxing environment in a nice quiet place like this. But like I said before, I guarantee your first few videos are going to be cringy. But don't worry about it. Don't stress. Don't stress about it. Just upload the thing. Just film it and upload it. Doesn't matter if you feel cringy or not. It doesn't matter what other people think. Like, even the most biggest popular YouTube channels out there, their early videos sucked. Even like really big channels with hundreds of thousands or even millions of subscribers to start with, they all sucked. The other thing that I've also learned is not to try and make the perfect video. You know, don't do like 10 or 20 retakes of a scene. If you make a little bit of a mistake, just leave it in there. Mistakes just show that you're human. You know, I mean, if you make a monumental stuff up and you fall over your words and you just freeze up and you're just standing there looking at the camera, then yeah, obviously you're going to have to do a retake. But you know, even then, if it's really funny, then leave it in because it's funny. Having said that though, I wouldn't do that too often because it'll wear thin on your audience pretty quickly. Unless it's really funny and you know, you might be a really funny person. You know, in that case, then maybe you'll get away with it. But don't do 10 or 20 retakes or whatever. I mean, if it gets that bad, then just turn off the camera and go for a walk or do something to distract yourself for a little while and then come back and try again. Now, on to the topic of money. How much money do I make on YouTube after being monetized for just on 3 months? Short answer, bugger all. At the moment, I'm making about $50 a month. YouTube has a minimum payout of $100, so I'm making $100 every 2 months, which is $50 a month. But the revenue will grow as the channel grows. It took me 9 months to get the channel monetized, and it got monetized faster than expected because of a viral video that I had, which I'll talk about soon. So obviously for the first 9 months, the channel was making absolutely nothing. I did set up a Buy Me a Coffee account about a month or two after I started the channel, and that has earned me 140 Australian dollars over the last 10 months with Buy Me a Coffee. I don't like to mention the Buy Me a Coffee thing in many of my videos. I've only mentioned it in a couple of my videos. Yeah, I don't like to push it, but there is a link in the description of all of my videos. Having said that though, I will start to mention the Buy Me a Coffee link and the super thanks link in the bottom of every video. I won't push it too hard. I'll only like give it a bit of a push maybe once a month. And now that I've made myself feel bad about pushing the Buy Me a Coffee and the super thanks, here comes the big push. If you want to support my channel and buy me a coffee, you can do so. You can buy me 10 coffees, you can buy me 100 coffees, you can buy me as many coffees as you like by scanning the QR code up above there or the link up above my head there. There you go, there's the push. But honestly though, I do appreciate any support. Like even like watching, just simply watching a video is a big help, is a big support, and subscribing is a huge support. And to watch the videos and to subscribe to my channel is free. It costs you nothing. And if you do want to support the channel further, by all means, you can do that. And it is very, very much appreciated. And the other monetization option that YouTube has is, I touched on this before, I mentioned it before, is the super thanks link, which is at the bottom of every video. And also YouTube has an online shop monetization option that you can connect to your channel. I don't have an online shop and I know absolutely nothing about that, so I can't really comment on that. And there's monetization for shorts as well, but I'm not interested in short form videos, so I can't comment on that either. And the other thing you can do for monetization as well outside of YouTube is affiliate marketing, like Amazon, that sort of thing, and you can get sponsorship, but you can get sponsorship deals too. But be careful with emails from so-called sponsorships. Some of them are scams. Be very, very careful. I'm not going to talk on video about a product that I don't use or I don't like or that I know nothing about. If I'm going to do a sponsorship thing on my channel, it's got to be a product that I believe in, that I like, and that I actually do use. I'm not doing this whole YouTube thing for money. It's a hobby. But I'd be flat out lying if I were to say that I didn't want to make more money out of it. Yeah, it's a hobby, but I put a hell of a lot of work into this hobby. So, you know, if I can make a few bucks out of it, then why not? I'd be silly not to want to make more money out of it. Well, here we are. Different day, different location. Anyway, as I was saying, I'd like to one day get a new action camera. One big ticket item that I'm gonna need soon is a new laptop. The one I've got now, it struggles with editing these videos. I'd just like to be able to save up enough money to get some new gear and maybe make a few extra bucks pocket money. I recently heard a very popular young Australian Thailand-based YouTuber, Keys One, Adam his name is. He said if you want to make a living out of YouTube, other than just paying your rent, he said you need to be uploading 3 videos a week consistently. Now, I'd struggle to think of 3 ideas a week, never mind actually creating and uploading 3 videos a week. I just don't have my skills honed in enough to be able to produce 3 half-decent, coherent videos a week. And also, I'm supposed to be retired, and I'm struggling to make 1 video a week sometimes. I think soon I'll give 2 videos a week a crack and see what happens, but they're going to be a lot shorter than this video, I can tell you that right now. My travel videos don't perform well at all, but I enjoy traveling and exploring this beautiful country. So in the future, when I do travel, I'll just make topic-based videos like I have done in the past, with a little bit of vlogging about the location I'm traveling to. Travel vlogging seems to be for the younger crowd, but hey, traveling is a huge part of retirement and I love to travel. I think I need to mix in travel vlogging with other topics that I enjoy, that I think may perform reasonably well, and throwing into the mix what subscribers want to see as well. I still will do the odd full-blown travel vlog because I really enjoy making them, even if they do suck. And then they'll be preserved for me to be able to watch in my later years in life when maybe I can't travel so much. As I mentioned earlier, I had a viral video, and that video is called First 6 Months in Thailand, Not What I Expected. It was a little bit clickbaity, the thumbnail and the title, but it was true, because it wasn't what I expected. It was much better than I expected. It was a little bit clickbaity, the thumbnail and the title, but it was true, because it wasn't what I expected. It was much better than I expected. That video alone has over 53,000 views and has earned the channel just over 520 subscribers. And that's just from one video alone. The entire channel only has just under 1,300 subscribers. Nearly half the channel's subscribers came from that one video. 53,000 views for my best performing video and 5,600 views for my second best performing video. That's a massive difference. I talked about that second best performing video at the start of this video. I'm really glad that I started this channel because I'm really enjoying my new hobby. I'm really loving YouTube. YouTube has been a fantastic learning experience, not only learning a new skill set in order to create these videos, but I've learned a lot about myself as well. It's helped me grow as a person, and I've been into the self-improvement thing for a few years now, and YouTube has definitely helped in respect to that. As I mentioned before, the other benefit of YouTube is in years to come, when I'm in, say, my 80s or whatever, I can relive my journey here in Thailand. It's been a wild ride. It's been the best time of my life. So there you have it, the journey of my first year on YouTube. I was gonna show some of my gear, like my camera and some of my other stuff, but this video has been too long as it is. If it performs reasonably well, then I may do a video about my gear and other videos like this too, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it performs. If it goes reasonably well, then yeah, that's what I'll do. This video has been very different to the usual content that I create. It's been a lot of hard work, this one, but I've enjoyed it. And I've learnt a few new things about editing as well, which is good. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it and you're still here after this mammoth video, maybe consider subscribing. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Peace.